The Jamaican economy grew by 2.6% for the calendar year 2023 when compared to 2022. That's according to the latest information from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin. The growth was driven primarily by gains in mining and tourism. According to Statin, for the fourth quarter of 2023, the Jamaican economy grew by 1.7%. That completed 11 consecutive quarters of economic growth since the country emerged from the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic. The goods-producing industries grew by 0.8%, while the services industries grew by 2%. On the goods-producing side, mining was the standout performer, expanding by 21.5%. This was followed by agriculture, which grew by 2.6% for the quarter. However, construction declined by 3.8%. Growth in the services industries was led by tourism, as represented by hotels and restaurants, which improved by 8.3%. All other segments of the services industries grew, with the exception of government services. Statin says preliminary estimates for the calendar year 2023 indicated that the economy expanded by 2.6%. This was due to annual growth in the services industries of 3% and the goods-producing industries at 1.6%. The government and transport operators have reached an agreement to defer the implementation of the 16% fare increase due on April 1. The decision was made on Thursday following a meeting between government officials and stakeholders in the transport sector to discuss the impending increase. The meeting included Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz, the Transport Authority, and members of the Transport Operators Steering Committee. In asking the sector for a deferral of the 16% rate increase, Dr. Clark cited the need to maintain inflation in single digits in order to keep the economy on course. He also acknowledged the hardships faced by the sector and what a fare increase would mean for their operations. However, Dr. Clark noted that the transportation sector has one of the largest impacts on inflation. For his part, Minister Vaz commended the operators for accepting the deferral and gave his commitment to continue to work with the operators to identify and agree on other incentives. Minister Vaz mandated the Transport Operators Steering Committee to meet and design a comprehensive transportation incentive framework, which would include measures that would have less adverse impact on inflation. Investigative teams from the Independent Commission of Investigations (INDICOM) are probing the circumstances which resulted in the fatal shooting of 4 persons by the police in separate incidents from March 26 to 28. The incidents, which claimed the lives of a woman and 3 men, occurred in Kingston, St. Thomas, Manchester, and St. Catherine. The latest incidents increase the number of fatal shootings by the security forces for the month of March to 12. The latest incident occurred Thursday morning in Guys Hill, St. Catherine, where an unidentified man who allegedly engaged the police in a shootout was fatally shot and a stolen motorcar reportedly recovered. INDICOM says the details surrounding that shooting have not yet been collected. In the second incident, 34-year-old Teresha Mirage was shot while she was a passenger in a vehicle on Lexington Avenue in Kingston on March 26. The shooting of Miss Mirage reportedly took place during a confrontation between an off-duty lawman and an alleged robber. Lenford Barrett of Hearties in Yala, St. Thomas was shot on Wednesday during an operation at a house along Bassant Lane when he allegedly threatened the lawman with a knife. In another incident on Wednesday, 24-year-old Jamar Clark was killed on the compound of Winston Jones High School in Manchester after the police say he drove his car towards the lawman who fired a shot towards the vehicle. Mr. Clark was hit and later pronounced dead at hospital. Indicom is appealing to any person who witnessed any of the 4 fatal shooting incidents to contact the Office of the Commission at 876-968-1932. The St. Mary police are investigating a shooting incident at the St. Mary High School in Highgate during the institution's after-sports jam session, which left 1 man dead and 4 others nursing gunshot wounds. Dead is 28-year-old Fabian Needham, a pump attendant of a Cumberland address in the parish. Reports are that Needham got into an argument with a group of men said to be from the neighboring community of Captureland. It is alleged that Needham flung a glass bottle at them before running into the crowd. He was reportedly chased by the group. One of the men reportedly pulled a handgun and opened fire, hitting him in the upper body. The suspects subsequently fled the scene. The police retrieved 7 spent casings from the crime scene. The injured persons, including a 60-year-old and an 18-year-old, were taken to hospital for treatment. The narcotics police have charged a St. Mary woman after her home was raided and crack cocaine allegedly discovered. She is 52-year-old Sophia Ricketts, a resident of Anoto Bay in the parish. Investigators say the woman was arrested on Monday during a raid on her home at Dumpland in Anoto Bay. She has been accused of selling crack cocaine in the streets of Anoto Bay and surrounding areas to persons classified as drug addicts. The police say they seized 146 pieces of crack cocaine weighing 12.5 grams with an estimated street value of $36,000. Ricketts, who is charged with possession of cocaine and dealing in cocaine, was later released on station bail and is booked to appear in the St. Mary Parish Court on May 21.